Well, let's talk now to a lady who has, well, it seems to be a very, very energetic campaign going, and I don't think the election's even been called yet. Lisa Dempster, good morning. Welcome to the show again.
Good morning, Bill. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm right on that, am I? The by-election has not been called in Cartwright, Clair?
You're right on two things, Bill. The by-election has not been called, and this is an energetic young lady who can't sit at home and wait for that.
I know. I hear.
Raised in a family with a very strong work ethic, so, the longer it takes, the more I'm out and about. I'm calling you, Bill, from the beautiful community of Forto this morning in the Labrador Straits.
Right.
Looking out at ice drifting by, and I'm thinking people in and out of this place. We haven't even begun to capitalize on the tourism opportunities and things like that, Bill, for sure.
Right. What's the ice? What are the ice conditions like as we speak? Are they disrupting traffic flow and travel flow?
They were initially, and the ferry was having to be escorted by an icebreaker, but right now she is running on her own. But, Bill, I'm just spending a couple of days in the Labrador Straits. Support seems very strong. Just back from a local coffee shop having coffee with some of the community leaders. And, Bill, in Cartwright, Clair, I live, born and raised down in Charlottetown, southeast, but what I'm finding out is mostly all the issues are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Up in the Labrador Straits, they're a little more advanced. They've got their pavement, and that's what I want to talk to you about. The two biggest issues that still plagues our district, and it sounds like we're always singing the same song, but we have to until things are improved, and that's transportation and health. Yesterday, Bill, I drove up on gravel road that, now that the road is dried out, was actually pretty good. And when I got to the pavement here in the Labrador Straits, it's unbelievable what these people are driving on. 35-year-old pavement, and you and I both know that the life of pavement is 20 years. So for 15 years now, these people have been waiting for some improvement. Now we've got all this activity going on in Goose Bay. We've got equipment, big equipment for months and months that's coming off the boat, whether it was Corner Brook or now on the Apollo, and driving down, and that's only making the road, the wear and tear on the road, much, much worse. People are losing tires, and it's terrible. When got a chance, Bill, it was my privilege to go into the seniors complex, talk to seniors, and I mentioned when I was talking to you on Thursday about the seniors and the importance to keep infrastructure in these communities and to bring in new so that these people can live in dignity in their twilight years and still be in their home region surrounded by family. And I want to mention, I didn't bring this up with you before when I've been on, but a federal provincial development fund is something that I'm very, very passionate about, and I believe has to happen. You may remember back in the early 90s we had a Labrador agreement.
Yes.
And that did a lot of good for our small communities in terms of meeting the basic infrastructure needs. And it really, really saddens me still as I go out into communities and water and sewer and good drinking water, something that we should just be there for everybody in the province, is still such a big, big issue not addressed in our small communities. And I believe we're going to have to bring back a fund, and even a small percentage of all of the revenue coming out of Labrador, 2% could go in and support that fund, and it would be more than adequate to meet the catalyst that we need, Bill, to move our little towns forward.
You got a lot on your plate, and you only got 4 minutes to get it out, so you're making good use of your time, Lisa, if you don't mind my saying. I got to ask you this question. Beautifully, you got a very beautiful district you're seeking to represent in the House of Assembly, for the live years, for the residents, for visitors. The tourist industry, where's that heading in Cartwright, Clair? Is it progressing and advancing in a way that you would like to see?
No, we haven't even begun to touch. And I just want to say quickly, I went to Alaska last year on a cruise ship. I came home and I got on a small boat and I went north as far as Makovic. And it's absolutely amazing what we've got here. I mean, people would just pay so much money to experience it. But, Bill, until we improve on transportation, until we get our roads better, people are not going to come, Bill, and bring their motorhomes and drive over this And right now, it is so difficult to get in and out of this absolutely beautiful district, and that is why I've been raising the issue of the fixed link as well.
Okay.
When 138 down through Quebecville gets connected, we've got to have a fixed link. And in addition, for the residents that live here, we're paying 4 to 25% more on all of the goods bill just because of the cost of getting it in and out.
Lisa, got to say goodbye. I'd love to stay on for an hour with you. You got an awful lot to talk about, including that very interesting fixed link idea. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future phone call. But thank you very much. Good luck in your campaign.
You have a good day, and I'll talk to you again next week, and I'll get into some more detail on that fixed link issue with you.
That'll be great, Lisa. Great to talk to you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Lisa Dempster, she's certainly, and when I mentioned she's having an energetic campaign going already, even though the by-election is not called, just judging by her ideas and her travels and her movements around and positions on things, yes, it's going to be a very interesting by-election there.